Hey guys, Gary Schultz from Cyclone Custom Trucks and Vans. We're going to get a suspension upgrade on our van from Van Compass. And what we're going to do is a spring Opti pack in back, because we have a single spring in back and it's sagging. And you know, it just seems like it's lower than it was when we got the van, now that we've got it converted. All right, let's measure. So when we're done, we know where it started. So this is at about 4¼ inches right there. As you can zoom in on that. 4¼ inches. And then the back is at about 4½ inches. So I think, because when I was working on this van and I was stepping in and out of it, you know, my butt muscle got sore from stepping in and out on this bumper. Let's just measure to the bottom of the bumper here too. This is where we parked the van. 17½ inches. And the water tank's half full. The gray tank is probably about half full, maybe more actually. And you know, we have 5 batteries in here now, so there's quite a bit of weight in back. But what we're going to do is we're going to get the spring Opti pack on here from Van Compass, which is I think it's a 6-pack of springs, and then the Opti part of it allows you to, there's a Delrin knuckle on either end between the long bottom spring and the other small ones above. And so you can adjust those 2 knuckles in and out on that spring pack so that it makes it firmer or weaker. And they say that you would start at 7,800 pounds is where they feel is the minimum that you'd use that Opti spring. Otherwise, they make just a Stryker spring pack, which is also a 6-pack of springs for vans lighter than that. Now, we weighed our van. It's at 7,720 pounds, 7,720. And the back axle and the front axle, they measure separately at the CAT scale. So I believe that that's why it's sagging the way it is. So we're going to get this Opti pack installed, because the Stryker spring will not work for our van because we have a single spring, and the Stryker pack wants to start with a double leaf spring in the back. And then we're going to do a 2-inch lift on the van. We're going to do a 2-inch lift on the front and the back, and then we're going to put in the Baja brackets on the rear shocks. And the reason we're doing that is because the other day we were driving down the road and all of a sudden we heard all this clunking in back. And it was our shocks had come loose in the brackets. And so we got it tightened up, but the Sprinter van, the shock mounts with 1 bolt through to the frame. The Stryker bracket gives you a channel that's mounted to the frame in 2 places, or several places actually, and then the shock mounts in this U bracket, and then still all the way through to the frame. So we believe that should stop it from coming loose the way it did. We already have Falcon shocks on here. We did the Stage 3 Van Compass several years ago. It helped immensely with the side wind and all. But this is going to help even more with that rocking and the side wind and all of it. So we're pretty excited about it. So let's get going. Yeah, we get the van up here at Zeuss Offroad. They're going to put this thing in. They get a lot of bays now. They used to just have part of this building. Now they got almost the whole thing. So anyway, we're going to let them have at it. So there's the pile of stuff.
Can't ship these UPS.
No. So there's the Opti pack. Oh, I thought it was a roller on the end. It's just a block, huh?
Yep.
So this might be okay. There's a drain line from the sink that goes by the leaf spring at the back, like pretty close, right in there.
Oh, okay.
I'm hoping it's okay.
Sure.
You know.
Top leaf is going to be the same here, I would imagine. So it's just going to stack up and push the axle down, giving you the lift.
Yeah.
So I think it'll clear this pipe with the wire and everything just fine.
I wasn't thinking of this when I put that drain line in there, but I got it as tight as I could. It seems like it gets pretty close when you put the weight on it, though. I don't know. Okay, so they're at lunch, I bet. So that's the spacer for that front shock. And then these are the Baja brackets here. And those are pretty heavy material there. And then, I don't know what this other, what is this?
That's the steering shaft extension.
Okay. What's this guy here do?
I'm not sure. I think it's something for the sway bar.
Okay. So I already had the bump stop in front, didn't I? But do those get bigger now or not?
I do not know.
No. So here's a better shot of this with the single leaf spring.
Front is all back together. Working on the rear now. Sneak around here. That side's out. This is Sean. Look at that super heavy duty leaf spring. Super duper. One leaf pack. Up next. A little noisy in here. We'll torque them once we get it on the ground, but this is just starting to snug them up.
Okay, so we're picking up the van. Looking pretty good here. Check it out. We'll measure and see how high. It's a 2-inch lift, but it looks like more than 2 inches to me because, I mean, look at that. It's up, you know. You can actually look in the wheel well and see that shock now, which is cool. My detailed price list for what I bought. I got the Van Compass Stryker 2-inch lift kit for the front, which were those brackets I showed you. And then in back, we got the Baja brackets, and then we got the Opti rate 2-inch lift rear springs. And the labor is $14.85 on this darn thing. So anyway, it's not cheap. Got to get an alignment at the end. Okay, here it is before I did anything with just the Van Compass Stage 3, which helped a lot with handling. And then after with the Opti springs, the Baja brackets, and the 2-inch lift. Excellent. Oh, there it is in there. Looking good. Let's measure. Okay, so we're at 8¼ inches at the back now. That's quite a bit. Oh, there's that spacer. And there's my Bilstein. Looks like the front's at, it's about 6 3/8 of an inch. Well, you know, it's the ride is pretty close to what it was before, except, you know, before when we go over a bump, it would be doing this in the back. And now, you know, there's none of that. You go over a bump, it's just stable, you know, so it's like, you know, bump. and that's it. Whereas before it was like bump and we were rocking for a while. And so I'm pretty happy that we don't have that going on. It being higher up off the ground, not a big deal. You know, we got the steps on the side to get up in, and it's easy to get in and out of. So we're happy about that. All in all, I think we're pretty happy. I also feel like it's flatter around corners than it was. You know, we used to get on the lean more, and now it's pretty flat around the corners. All in all, Zeuss Offroad did an excellent job. I would definitely recommend them. I would not recommend attempting to do this yourself in your garage on your back. Hey, Gary Schultz with Cyclone Custom Trucks and Vans. Thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button. We'd love to hear your comments. Likes are great. And we'll put a bunch of links down below in the description for some of this stuff you can see in the video. So see you next time. Bye-bye.